Today's video is a little different. It's going to start a series I'm going to be doing in the future, of course on Mustangs. This setup might look a little familiar to you, not necessarily where I am. I'm currently in Wyoming, but the setup with the laptop and me sitting here looking at the computer. I'll see if this kind of rings a bell for any of you who have been following me for a while. It might look a little familiar to a video I shot in 2019 where I was looking at Mustangs online, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing today. There's a new group called Mustang Champions that is putting on 2 competitions next year so far that we know of. One called the Mustang Classic and one called, I think it's just called Mustang Challenge. One is in Vegas, one is in Kentucky, and I'm hoping to compete in both. The format is a little different. You adopt your horse. You have it for a much longer time period. Okay, so you can adopt your horse starting October 1st, and the competitions are in July and September. So you have this horse for quite a while. You can also compete with a horse that isn't yours. So you can exhibit a horse for a client or any other horse that's been adopted in October. You can show up to 2 horses at each event, and you can show the same horse at each event if you choose to. The auction starts in approximately an hour and 20 minutes. There's about 750 horses being offered in this current online auction. I've never done an online auction before, aside from the time that I did Player's Choice and I won Roulette to train. This is different. I'm not necessarily winning the horse to train. It's like a true adoption, and then I own the horse, right? It's not like I train it and it goes through an auction at the end. I completely own this animal. I went through super quick, so I feel like I'm sure I missed some hidden gems in there, but I probably picked out about 20 or 30 of them. And as you know, you can't adopt 20 or 30, nor do I have the space or time to do that. So I'm trying to narrow it down to 1 or 2 and keep my options a little open because I need to watch the auction, see which ones are popular. But I just kind of want to go over some of these and show you guys what I'm going to be looking at and kind of how I'm deciding. So for starters, I want something that is either 3 or 4, actually something that's between 3 and 5. Right, because if it's between 3 and 5 now, at time of competition, it's going to be between 4 and 6, which is kind of my sweet spot. I don't know if I want a mare or gelding. A gelding would be easier for the sake of when I'm traveling. I mean, maybe a gelding's going to get along better with Lynx. I feel more comfortable having those 2 turned out, although he's really fine with whoever he's with, so I'm pretty open to gelding or mare. I don't want anything shorter than 14 hands. Sorry, little ponies. I don't want something overly reactive. I would rather have to find the energy somewhere within the horse rather than dial it down, personally. Because even competition aside, I want this horse to be safe to go and be in a loving home with someone, and it's easier to home to the general population of horse owners if the horse is a little bit more relaxed. So maybe something that's not super flighty in its videos. I'm going to start with this roan mare I found that is from the same HMA as Newt. I think she's super cute. However, her page has 3,100 views, which is very high. Some of these horses have like 10 views on their page, so I have a feeling this one's going to be pretty popular. She's a cute color. You can see why she'd probably be pretty popular. She's very sweet looking. I like her face. She does remind me of Newt. However, she is taller. She's 14.3. I don't have too many complaints about her. She's super cute. I like her neck. Alright, this one's from Chokecherry, Utah. I do know a horse that's from this HMA, and that was Vienna. That was Camille's 2022 Texas horse. Let's go ahead real quick and take a look at this one. Okay, moving along to this 4-year-old dun mare from Chokecherry. You know who was from Chokecherry was Vienna, who was Camille's 2022 horse for the Texas Challenge. Super cute horse right here. I'm trying not to get distracted by color because truly I'm gonna have this horse so long. I'm not really concerned about color. Color is not what makes a horse a good horse. Of course, it's more appealing to the eye for someone maybe wanting to purchase a horse, but I want a horse that's gonna be enjoyable for me to own for this long. And, you know, I'm more concerned about build and movement and temperament above all else, but that's hard to tell from these. So I don't want to get caught up on color. This one is gorgeous though, and what caught me on this one were these photos of this extended trot. I thought this horse was a great little mover. Pretty fast action with the shoulders. This video is pretty new. I think it says this one was taken July 13th of 2023. Kind of frantic with the movement. You're not really going to see any cantering clips of these horses. They usually don't canter when they're in a pen like that. Usually when they're kind of stressed and frantic, you're just going to see a lot of that trotting. This is an older clip. She's hanging around near the back of the pen a lot more in this. I do like the ones that come up and investigate and slow down kind of near the front. I don't love the ones that either are trying to look over the panels or go around with their nose in the dirt the whole time. She's like a mix of in the dirt and kind of steady, level-headed. I'm going to put her as number 2. 3-year-old bay female horse. I had some questions about her conformation. I didn't love the conformation on her. She looks a little downhill on this. Of course, the angle of the picture is a little like crooked, so that never helps. And she is not as big boned as the other ones so far. You can tell she's a little underweight, but I like how level she is in her trot. She's super cute. I like how level-minded she is. She's got a cute face. She doesn't hold her head crazy high. The hind end is a little concerning. I don't love how it looks, but I like her temperament so far from the video that I see. And she doesn't look as downhill on the video. Honestly, if I'm being real, I don't see myself getting either of those two, so I'm not too worried about the ranking between those guys. So I'm gonna put them at 2 and 3. Maybe I'll record a few that I really like and point out what I really like about them. Here is a 4-year-old black female horse from Divide Basin. Let's take a look. Cute face. Don't love that back. Big shoulder. Back definitely has a decent sway to it. I'm curious why this one made my list. That back does not look great. Oh, I bet she has a really good video walking around. The back though isn't gonna work. She's calm though. However, just because one is walking around doesn't mean they're gonna be calm on their own, but I like looking at her thinking process. I don't love her trot. She's super cute though. She's got a cute face. That's why I picked her, because I liked that she walked, and that reminded me of Roulette, who also walked in hers. However, Rue was a little aggressive. Ended up being one of my favorites. Her and Newt are up there, but doesn't mean too much. Sway back. Very calm. What other note do I want to make on her? Sweet face. Underweight. Okay. Let me go through some of these and I will come back to you guys with my detailed list, and I will show you a couple of my favorites. I indeed did not come back and show you guys my favorite horses. So I guess this kind of spoils part of the video, but these are the videos of the horses that I really liked. And now you can watch me panic a week later from when I originally shot it in Wyoming, and panic when I'm trying to actually get the horses. So enjoy this footage of them. They're really cute. These are the videos and photos that I decided I really liked about them. The first chestnut is a 3-year-old mare from Massacre Lake, California. She stands at about 14.2 or 14.3 in her photos. The other is a 3-year-old gelding he's a chestnut as well, from Twin Peaks, California, stands at the same height. So Camille and I are doing our back-to-back clinic day, which, you know, when we were planning it, seemed like a really great idea, because we were like, oh yeah, let's get the clinics we want to do in Texas done on the same day, because then we have an open day. You know, I don't know if it was the best idea. We had to get up at like 4:30. We had to get up at 4, right?
Yeah, 4. We left at 4:30.
Yeah, and we left, and we had to drive 3.5 hours, actually it was like 3:45, to our clinic location. We taught all day. We just finished. Also, it's 109 degrees actually, and there's not a covered arena anywhere. So we're out. Yeah, it's happening.
We're baking.
And now we're on our way in traffic to our next clinic location, where we will arrive 3 minutes before it starts. So that's golden. That's super fun. I actually should try to get over. Anyways, the auction ends today. I know I said I was gonna come back and review some more of the horses and point out things that I noticed in the videos and what I like and what I don't like. I showed you guys probably like 5 horses, so unfortunately I don't have time for that because it ends in approximately 57 minutes. I have my bids in on my horses, and I will give you guys updates after the clinic on if I win them or not.